welcome, everyone. The day has come where the last shall be the first. And the team I love to rag on, we get to do their preview. It's time for Arsenal series for sure. To end our preview series. We'll start with our guest, Ray. Thanks for coming on again. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, thank you.
EJ, very capable EJ, world class. She had a world class talk a couple of days ago, sports talk.
It's amazing.
It was amazing. Okay.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. Yeah, I think the video,
Yeah.
right? There's a link to it.
We're waiting for the final videos to come out, but we'll release it when it's available.
Nice.
Yeah, they were like, popular people. Can I name drop or not? EJ?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I think they're like I don't know the terms and conditions that they had, I think Emmanuel Chico was on, Festus Zili was on, it was really good.
Yeah.
I saw highlights on your IG. Okay, so now let's switch back to Arsenal. Today we'll be doing a quick recap, and this one we don't need to go deep in. Ray and EJ, just quick rating over 10 and why. No need to go deep. We'll talk more about I want to spend more time on transfer, expectations, and just predictions generally into the new Premier League season. Before we start, Ray, let me just have not off topic, still soccer. Messi, what are your thoughts when that broke? PSG. What are your quick thoughts about
I mean, I think it was a long time coming for Barcelona because the last 10 years have been spending ridiculous money over the years. And obviously it was all nice and dandy when they were winning stuff, right? But the reality is eventually it's going to catch up to you in any kind of business. And you think of it, Coutinho, the amount of money they spent on Coutinho, Dembele, even Griezmann, and the wages, just insane amounts of money they've been paying to those guys. Obviously Messi, kind of they were able to gloss over their winning. But eventually, I think that was it was going to come home to roost, and I think that's what ended up happening. So, I mean, they wanted to keep him, but they literally couldn't afford to pay his salary. So, you know what I mean? So, I mean, Messi, it is what it is. Apparently, he was going to take a pay cut either. So, I'm happy for PSG. I think it sucks for Barcelona though, because not just from the football side, but commercially too. I'm reading that 80% drop in their jersey sales since Messi's gone. PSG's social media has gone up on a double, so it's a shift definitely. I think the La Liga is going to be a while before they get world class players back again. So yeah, it's interesting. I wanted to see Messi. Obviously, PSG. The expectations they're going to win everything. If they don't, at least in France, that's the expectation. If they don't win everything, which I don't think they will actually, but that's the expectation. So if they don't win Champions League in the next 2 years, I think it'll be a failure for PSG, but not necessarily a failure for Messi. That makes sense. Because it doesn't exclude anything. So yeah. So those are my thoughts.
Absolutely agree. Okay, EJ, quick thoughts. What were your thoughts when that broke?
I was very surprised. We kind of saw the writing on the wall for Messi and Barcelona. I think after the comments he made after Suarez got sold, it just felt like there was a falling out. And then, last summer he wanted to leave. Was it last summer or this summer? He wanted to leave, he was I want out, and we thought City would get him.
Awesome.
And then they changed their little owner. Their owners, I think they went back to Laporta or so, and then it seemed like everything was fine. And now, like you said, the money, they've been paying him too much, and everyone's been earning too much, and just couldn't afford him. I still didn't believe he would ever leave. We thought he would retire at Barcelona, and it's just unfortunate because I think he wanted to retire at Barcelona after he got over his little fit that he had last season or last summer. Yeah, but he should be excited, he should be happy for something new. We've all been kind of waiting for Messi to go somewhere else. And he's finally his hand has been forced. So let's see what he does in France, even though he's gone to super team. And we'll see what Eminem, what they do.
Eminem, I like that.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the end of an era. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. For me, for so long, I've been one of the people that have always said, if there's an encyclopedia can be written on how to mismanage resources for a large club, I always used to say my club, Manchester United. I never saw this Barcelona thing coming. The last 4 or 5 years, what they've done there makes the Glazers, Ed Woodward look like geniuses. I'm serious, just because how terrible they've managed that club at Barcelona. So yeah, we have a series on Sunday. For this, we'll do like a special Messi pod. We're going to deep dive into financial. Watch out for it. If you're joining us, please like, share, subscribe. Footy Fantasy. Watch out for the pod for Messi, Barcelona financial crisis. We'll bring, we have a crack squad on like guys who have done deep research. A Barcelona fan will be on. So yeah, watch out for that. 2021 season, Arsenal finished 8th. Mr. Ray, I think last time you were on here, you were very like lively. Was it the Spurs spot? I think when you guys played Spurs and you won, it was one game that you were so lively. You were hip about Arsenal's chances. Arsenal finished 8th. So, let's quickly tell me over 10. How are you going to rate that season based on everything that happened?
Okay. So out of 10, I would say initially I was gonna give it I'm gonna say it was a 3 out of 10. A 3 out of 10 for Arsenal, and I can give you my very high level points if you want. Main reasons: finish 8th twice in a row. I have a list I wrote down here, bullet points, because 8 twice in a row. Abysmal run in the first half of the year, like between September and November. I did not understand what I was watching. So he got saved by Emil Smith, Saka, all those kids. Poor run in domestic cups. We lost to Villarreal in the semifinals. I don't know how. I mean, I know you guys lost in the finals, but it's a finals. It's 50-50. Over 2 legs, we couldn't muster 1 or 2 shots at Villarreal. So another reason. Poor player management, and we can get into all the details of the different players, Willian versus Martinelli, et cetera. For that reason, put it this way, if we had fans, Arteta would have been fired last season. It's lucky we didn't have fans. And I'm not an Arteta out kind of jump into conclusions person. Like, I'm a reasonable kind of realist. I like to think I'm reasonable. But based on last season, he gets a 3 out of 10 for me. Absolutely. Oh, I guess the whole club, if you put them all together, yeah, 3 out of 10.
Yeah. 3 over 10. That's very reasonable. I know last year EJ went from fully Arteta in to like Arteta out towards the end. I remember that. And I was one of the people when he first came, I got sold by the FA Cup run a little bit. And I like, oh, he's really good. I kept telling people he's good. But I'm also a person who always, I judge managers by the evidence. Once evidence changes, I started watching closely, and I was watching Arsenal again. I'm like, this guy doesn't really know what he's doing. And that's when I was like, I don't think this guy knows what he's doing. And EJ, what is your rating over 10? Arsenal as a whole.
I'll try to be quick, but I have a more mathematical answer. So, and I really stuck to Premier League. So I just said the first half was abysmal, like Ray said. Just wasn't good enough at all. We had 8 losses. I would say by the end of the year, and it wasn't a true year, it wasn't truly at half of the year, but 19 games. Either way, we're at 15th position at the end of the year. And then we played Chelsea and won that game, and then we started kind of climbing up the table. So I did my math. I said 15 out of 20, it's 75%. So for the first half, I gave us 2.5 out of 10. And then the second half, we finished mathematically, we were top 3. So I did 3 out of 20, and then that math puts us at 8.5, and 8.5 averages 2 numbers. So our average is about 5.5. So I'll rate us a 5.5 over 2 seasons, over 2 halves of the season. I think we started out very poorly. I think we had only like 2 or 3 wins for the first half of the season, or at least till December, and then finished off a little bit stronger. So yeah, I know we'll get into what I'm going to say next with the next question, so I'll stop there. But yeah, it just wasn't an impressive season, and I think we finished 8th the year before, which I would blame mostly on Emery. No. Arteta finished that season. He finished that season. That's true. Yeah, I still blame Emery for most of it. But yes, that's it. 5.5.
5.5. Generous. That's generous. I'll do 4 because I think just the resources of Arsenal should have probably finished above, for sure, should have been above West Ham. I should have probably competed a little bit with Leicester, just a little, and finished. If they had finished 5th or 6th, That would be okay. With resources they have, they should not be finishing eighth. Arsenal should not be finishing eighth.
There are margins, right? Like how many points did they finish more than us? Maybe 1 point or 2 points. I think that's one game. But yeah, I agree. I think it was a poor season. It was a poor season.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Transfer window so far. I know you guys, so I'll let you guys, but I'm not sure. I know there's Ben White is coming, the 50 million signing. I know Lokonga has come in. Did I get that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Who else is coming? There's a keeper that's coming too. Am I right?
Nope. Tavares came in.
Tavares came in.
Okay.
We're still talking about Aaron Ramsdale. I don't believe he's signed yet. I think they're still. I'm not sure why, but no one's happy about that.
Yeah. Ray, you wanted to take a shot at the transfer window so far? I think Arsenal. Let me say my own bit first. So that
yeah.
I think Arsenal need to. I think White is a good signing. Funny enough, I'm not one of those people who I think is a good signing. The only thing I maybe concerned. I'm not. I don't care. Maybe if I was an Arsenal fan, I would be. What I'm concerned about is he trying to play back three? If he's playing a back two, who does he complement? Who is the other person? What is White supposed to be? That's the next question I have. Is he because center backs, right? There's this thing I saw recently, which I agree with Michael Cox, right? It's like tactical write-ups. Center backs partnerships are usually like there's a dog and there's a cat, for lack of a better word. The dog is the one who goes in, who's physical. All the great center back partnerships always have that. The cat is the one who takes his time and knows when to pounce. You can think of Rio Dividic, even Arsenal, like Campbell and Kolo Toure. Campbell and Keon. Keon was the dog. Campbell is the cat. Like those things. When I look at, I know Ben White. What was he really in this? I'm not too sure what he is, to be honest. I know he's good. Mm-hmm. There's the quality part of it, but I'm not sure if he's a physical specimen or it's like a Rolls Royce that he knows how to like time his tackles. So that's just one thing I look at Arsenal. Their transfers is like, what are they really trying to do? I'm not totally sure. Are just buying quality players or are they trying to build to a plan? So Ray, take it away. Transfer.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Actually, I'll start with the number and I'll get into details. And I would say so far I would give him a 6 out of 10. And honestly, that's surprising. But I think there's a couple of things they're trying to do. So I'll start with the Ben White thing. Is that first you need to improve your squad, then you need to get proper backups, and then fill any players that are you sold or missing. So there's almost like 3 things you typically do. So for me, Ben White's a replacement for David Luiz. And, he was David Luiz. He has his ups and downs, but he did have his qualities. So Ben White to me is obviously he's English. So you pay the English tax. Everyone knows that. So I don't need to belittle that point. If he wasn't English, he'd probably be like 40 mil, 35 mil. I think because his skill set from what I see is like he's comfortable, kind of like David Luiz, like knowing when to get the ball out of the line. He can play out of the line, no problem. And go up if you need to like play a high line and then distribute. Obviously, I'm not saying it's at the level of the best of David Luiz, but essentially that's kind of what is he. Obviously, not as tall as David Luiz, and obviously a lot bigger. So I see that Ben White is a good sign-in long term, and also he can cover it right back again just in case. You never know what's going to happen there.
Is he right back or
right back? So he can cover it right back in case injuries happen with the season and things like that. But he's going to be a starter, and he's going to be partnered with Gabriel. That's what they're going to do, right? And Gabriel's going to be left back. Gabriel's obviously he got an injury with Brazil, but Gabriel is the all-out physical guy that goes all out. It just goes all the way. So in terms of your analogy, I see those two complementing each other. What else? So we got a Lokonga, who's essentially obviously to me, he's a young up-and-coming squad player, kind of like when we got Guendouzi a couple of years ago. Same idea, where he's like this young player, but he did come highly rated. And from what I see, he's a good prospect for the future. Obviously, he's going to be thrown into start now because Partey is injured, which I hope Arteta does. I hope it doesn't go with El Neni, but that's a whole different conversation. So I think it's for the future. There's the good signs. Tavares, again, promising player, cover for Tierney, good signing so far. Now we need to and we also Smith Rowe. We also signed up a new contract. So now we need to improve and get better players, and this is where I'm starting to get a little bit of a concern because, first we need to move some players. We have Lep Kolasinac needs to go, and Bellerin, in my opinion, is done at this level. We need to replace him, find a right back, but we have quite a few covers there. So it's not the end of the world if you don't buy a right back, but ideally want to replace that. Forward, they're okay. We can't really move some players. So I think so far, I would say we still need a central midfielder, an additional one, and a central attacking midfielder. So there's talk of like, what's his name, Madison, for example. It doesn't have to be Madison, but I think he'll be an exciting signing because he's not necessarily technically gifted, as you would say, but he's not like a Ozil. Maybe let me clarify what I'm saying. But what I mean is he creates that sort of chaos factor. Like you never know what's going to happen. Like with Arsenal, all are usually like a Ozil. You mark him, you kind of don't give him space. Then Ozil's probably not going to shoot. I'm using Ozil as a reference because that was our last proper central attacking midfielder. Whereas with Madison, he kind of like runs at you. You never know. He can shoot from outside the box. So I think it creates that sort of like chaos factor that would make Arsenal not so predictable. Because one thing about Arsenal is that we're so predictable to play against, right? So that's why something like a Madison, Odegaard could work as well. But there's all that. Odegaard to me is kind of like an Ozil light in a sense. So similar, but obviously not to that level quite yet. And so we need a CM, central attacking midfielder. Forwards, honestly, they've kind of lost me there because we have two players that are just kind of like one or the other. Is like, is it going to go? Is it going to stay? I honestly, they got me confused there. I don't know what we'll do up front. But I would say so far, 6 out of 10. Obviously, the goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. People, again, I think it's the English tax we're paying for. Arteta wants to play off on the back. I've never seen Ramsdale play off on the back. There must be something we don't know. Again, I'm just not that excited about Ramsdale. I think it's mostly the amount that we're paying for him that's a shock. It's like 30 million. Whoa, like, okay, 15, 18, sure. Like, you know what I mean? So I think with Ramsdale, I don't think he's a bad goalie. I think most people's reaction is the fact that we're paying so much. And, if Arteta's been trying to play off on the back for so long, and we've never seen Ramsdale show those qualities. So 6 out of 10, I think there's still time in the window to get to, well, obviously, I'm assuming a goalkeeper will be gone. So I'm going to, whoever that is. But out of those three sort of positions, we need to get at least 2 of those for it to be maybe a 7. But if we get all 4, then maybe it'll go to like an 8 for me.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Yeah, no, that's fine. EJ, that was good. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like maybe tag on to that a bit. I think you said majority of what needs to be said. My concerns about the transfer window is that I just don't know about our forward line. I mean, yeah, Oba, Laka. Last season, I was like, Laka should go. I thought we should move from Laka. I was thinking there are at least 5 people that could move on from the club, and those 5 people are still in the club. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a matter of it's difficult to move these players because we just can't move everyone at the same time. So I'm not sure what the issue is there, but preseason didn't really excite me so far. And I know I shouldn't be jumping up and down based off of preseason results because they're not really the best predictors, not necessarily anyway. But I still think I'm not happy that Oba wasn't really scoring, firing on all cylinders yet. Same thing with Laka. Nketiah, the other forwards are Nketiah, and I believe Balogun is going to be, if he's not already on the senior squad, he's going to be on the senior squad this season. So that's the only X factor for me. I've seen him one time, and he's okay. He's lively, and I know what Nketiah brings. Nobody likes him but me, and the whole team, and the whole fandom.
I used to have stocks in Nketiah. I used to invest in.
I think Nketiah is just a goal scorer guy. I don't know if he does anything more than that. But then one of these preseason games, I saw him play on the wing, so I don't know if that's something they can explore, like put him on the wings and see what he can do. But most of the time, he's mostly center forward. Now Oba, I don't want to say it because I don't want to jinx us, but that's looking like Ozil all over again, like spending 300K per week on the player and him not, living up to that price tag or the amount that we're paying him. So I believe in him. I hope huh?
Sorry, is this still played on the left? Is Arteta still playing Oba on the left?
Yeah, Yes.
Yeah.
At least in preseason, yes. He's playing on the wings.
That's a problem to waste.
But
Absolutely.
that, you see, okay, it's a matter of, okay, it's either him or Laka, right? You drop one of them if you want to play him in the midfield. Now, if
Exactly.
Open is not scoring in the midfield, then you need Laka on. I don't know how else to put it. Like, so, and then to accommodate both of them, you need to put Oba on the left.
Or change
Like,
the shape.
Laka will never play on the left. Laka, to me, he can play box to box though. I've seen him play box to box. He can drop.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But no, I just don't know. I don't trust. I think that was the big issue we had last season, the fact that we weren't scoring enough goals.
Yeah.
And if that starts again, then we're just done for. So you said Cam, central attacking midfielder. So what is ESR? You just saying you want to cover for him, or
I mean, sorry. Yeah, I think ESR is a good signing for the long term, but I think he still needs competition.
okay,
I think just exactly the way Odegaard was last season, just have
Yeah.
the option of both. That's what I want, because you don't want to put this much pressure of him carrying the team in the cam position without competition, whether
And
it's
there's
like
no
his
backup,
level
like,
or higher.
if it happens, that's it, right? We don't have another person that plays like a, because
Exactly.
even ESR can go to the wings. Like, we've deployed
Exactly.
him on the wings. So Odegaard, I don't believe can play any other area.
No.
So
Well,
yeah, and I
Williams,
don't know the story with Odegaard. Like, why can't we get him back? I thought he was bright. He had his poor moments, but that's, he's new to the Premier League when he joined.
I think
So
I got William though to play.
I knew he was making a William comment. I knew it was William. I'm trying to ignore that comment. We're
I
out of
completely
time, thank you.
I thought we were going to sell him to some of these American clubs.
We're paying him too much money. That's the problem. Sorry, I know there's a point you made earlier on about players not us being able to move players, because we're paying them way too much money. And that was before pandemic. And now there's a pandemic. Clubs are like, I don't know about that. We're just going to wait to see how desperate Arsenal are, and then we'll offer them like peanuts. That's why you can't move these players. Kolasinet's still here. It's 2021.
We have a comment. Yeah, that's crazy. I have a comment that says what options the Gunners have. If they don't play Oba at all, he still gets the money. That is true.
Well, I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration. I think realistically, what you can't, if I were the manager, what I would do is I would drop Oba today. I'm not saying forever. Play Lacazette, get a proper link up, because last season when we were in that dreadful form, that's what saved him. Lacazette up front, Pepe, Saka, ESR. The team is more balanced with Lacazette. That's it. Lacazette might not score as much, but at least you're able to get an identity of the team. There's proper link-up play, bring in the other players, because you also need other people to contribute, and then see if that works out. And then Oba, get him to come off the bench a couple of games. I know it's a hard call, but you have to. I mean, that's why you pay the big bucks, right? I mean, if Arteta's telling us he's like this genius, you have to make that call. But I see him trying to squeeze those two in. It doesn't work. Aubameyang is wasted on the wings. He can't dribble a player for his life. That's not his skill set. It's not a critique on him. So why you put him on the left? And then there's someone that doesn't connect well with Laka when he's on the left. And then by the time he gets a chance in the middle, he's probably tired of running around on the left. And then he's off form, so he's completely useless. So play Lacazette if you want to play possession football, and then bring on Aubameyang and see if that works. And if you want to do the counter-attack thing, then play Aubameyang instead of Lacazette. But to play Aubameyang, you need someone like a Cam to be able to feed him the ball. So again, that's why we need, But both of them, if he keeps playing both of them, Arteta to me should be done in like 2 months. Like it doesn't work. It's not. Everyone can see this. So what's he trying to do? Anyways, you got me riled up there. Good comment.
And I said this earlier. I was gung ho Arteta, and now I'm just calm a little bit. I'm not even Arteta out at this point. I was towards the end of the season because I was just really angry after the game, and I just didn't understand why we lost that game. But now I'm going to be a little bit more reasonable, and I still think it will be true if first few games of the season. You said 2 months. I think that's fair. Because 2 months is going to be about at least 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we will know pretty quickly whether or not we can hang. I thought towards the end of the season that the way we performed, we pretty much won all our games except for the City game, I think. The way we performed was, if it could bleed into the next season, that we would be okay. And his job would be safe for another year, and then maybe move more players out. Because he definitely needs time, but I don't know. If he's doing nonsense and it's obvious, then he may not get that time. and it will be obvious by 2 months. I think. I said 5 games into the season. It may be longer, but we'll see. Yeah.
Okay. So staying with you now, since we've talked about next season, right? You guys have I remember you were one of the that prayed for this one game a week, EJ. One game a week has come now. You remember that? I don't forget anything. I have this memory. I remember everything. You prayed for one game a season. One game a season is here, right? Say Conte won the league with one game a season. One game a season is here now, right? So for me, one game a season, Arsenal has more rest. Arteta can implement his tactics. You guys have to be in the top 4 battle. You guys don't have the resources. I agree. You have the team. You don't have the team. I agree. A lot of times, though, a lot of teams have finished higher than other people because of advantages, right? When Chelsea won the league in 2017, Chelsea didn't have the best team. Man City had the best team in 2017, but Chelsea won the league, because of the advantages they were able to take advantage of. So, EJ, what are your expectations? New season. Let's go.
I'm going to be realistic. I still think top 6. I think we should be able to get top 6. I think even this season, this past season, sorry, we finished 8th with the potential to have finished 7th if my friends Leicester didn't bottle their last game, which I knew they would, and fell out of top 4. Anyway, that's a different story. I think we have the potential to finish top 6. I think top 4 is a stretch. There's no way. I'll be very surprised if we can catch up to the teams that should finish top 4 next season or this coming season. I just don't see it happening. But I think there's no reason for us not to. Spurs is in, I think they're just in limbo with Harry Kane probably not playing for them next season. And West Ham, I thought they were probably lucky to finish 6th or 5th. Yeah, they played well with them. But yeah, so I think those teams that finished above us are not going to finish above us this year. And we just we will have enough time to, like you said, execute our game plan, and we should have enough time to play better than we did. Now, all these preseason games, like I said, you're not supposed to use them to judge, especially when we played Chelsea and we scored the goal and they said it wasn't a goal. But VAR, although VAR hates Arsenal, there's just no way that goal line technology.
Here we go again. Stop.
I'm saying goal line technology would have caught the goal that Willock scored. So I don't even count that as a loss. And I don't know what the heck happened with Tottenham. I missed that game completely. So I don't like these preseason games where we're playing people that we're going to play next year. What is that? I don't like it. So I want us to see these players without the stress of EPL competition. Next thing you bring Chelsea and Tottenham and tell us we're playing preseason games. That was unnecessary for me. But yeah, I think top 6, not top 4, because your usual sus. I mean, freaking City. I mean, come on, City added what's his name, Grealish, and potentially could add Harry Kane. I still think that's on the table. Even if they didn't add Harry Kane, they're still the better team, better than any team on in the league. And then you have United that added Sancho and kept Cavani, who will just score anytime he sees the ball next to the box. And then you have Chelsea, who did they win their game today?
Yeah, penalty shootout.
Okay, Chelsea don't. Oh, they won the penalty. Dang it! I wanted them to lose that game, but that's okay.
So agenda is not working, EJ. It's not. We have let it go last season, right?
So now they have the best coach in the world, Tuchel, and I think they're up there. I think they could potentially win the league. So we're talking about 3 people. I haven't even mentioned Liverpool. So I think we're not in the conversation. I think we would shock the league if we finish top 4, which would be interesting to see because everybody they don't rate us. We barely rate ourselves. But I just don't think it's time.
Trophies, no expectation for any trophies. You've mentioned top 4, your FA Cup. You guys are the kings of FA Cup.
FA Cup. We can win one of these little cups. Sure, why not? I mean, the only competitions we're in is FA Cup and the other one, Carabao Cup, whatever they're calling it now. Yeah. Right? Only 3 competitions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me take comments quickly. But what do you reckon Arsenal can do? Seeing the investment and preparation, is it really artists for all around? I guess I'll let Ray address that along with his comments for expectations. But aren't Arsenal in the Conference League? I wish so. I wish they were. No, they are not in the Conference League. I wish I was going to run some banter. I was like, damn, I wanted them there. I needed
It's like
Arsenal.
Europa League, the league below Europa League. They made that league up. I'm like, I'm so happy we dodged that. And I was trying to finish above Tottenham, but I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth. It's not worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Your friend, EJ, your favorite friend, Siama
Right.
says Arsenal top six.
It's
Oh my
shocking.
goodness. How the mighty are falling. That's what I'll say, man. Man,
I know.
from Igwe to unbeaten and all the crap I heard all those years. It's okay.
It's a long time ago. It's okay.
That's a long time ago. Yeah. Great. What are your expectations?
Yeah, my expectations. First of all, I'm also saying thankful I'm not in that conference league. Did you see last week the photos of the guys who had to draw their numbers on the back of the jerseys? You guys didn't see that? One team, I don't know, I think it was Tottenham or somebody was playing some team, and it was raining, and the jersey literally peeled off the number peeled off the jersey, and then they had to use marker to write the numbers. I'm not kidding. So I'm glad I'm not in that league. I'm gonna echo pretty much everything what EJ said. I top six. That's to me that's the most realistic, but also in terms of an expectations from Arsenal. Anything below that is an absolute failure, and anything if you get top four, that's going to be a miracle. And the reason, the same four suspects, I would say, so this is already mentioned, so I won't belabor the point. Interesting thing for me though, with the top six, is Leicester and West Ham are now playing in Europe, and it's one thing to have a good season, when you're not in Europe, specifically West Ham. So I expect them to sort of falter a little bit. Leicester, they've kind of done it before, so I can see them sort of maintaining that 5 or 6. But yeah, so I see West Ham as the team. I mean, nothing against West Ham. It's just the fact that they're playing in so many competitions, and I don't see them having such a spectacular year as they by their standards, because they need to do that while playing in more competition. So based on that, I think they'll drop off, and that's where it's either Arsenal or Tottenham to take advantage. If Harry Kane stays at Tottenham, that might be interesting. That might reconsider my 6 number. But if it goes to Man City, then so top 6 is what I'll say for Arsenal. What else? The other questions? I think that was the main thing. Top 6, top 4 would be. I don't say that. Top 6 is realistic.
That would be a dream. Wow. I guess my point is when I look at everything regarding Arsenal, right? Remind me when Arteta came, didn't he say that was one of the pitch for Willian, right? Like Champions League 3 years time. Didn't he say something like that?
Yeah.
3 years is 2022 though, so that means you are saying no Champions League again for 2022. So he's failed his criteria, right? Shouldn't they fire him if he says that?
Next season.
What'd you say?
3 years is season after this one. Okay, So if yes, that's true.
Okay, so I'm like,
I mean, look, it's not cut and dry. Obviously, you can say things like that, but then as you see things unfold, you have to be realistic, right? Look at the players we have. Like I'll be honest. Look at our squad, and what do you predict that we will finish as? Are you
I agree, actually.
You see people laughing and saying that top 6 is even unattainable, and you want us to say top 4 for what? Like it's not going to be. It's not something you can predict. I can.
You don't go big or go home.
Yeah,
I mean, back the team when they make top 4. I'm not going to predict something I don't expect to happen. That's not what I do. Now look, this kind of squad I have, like we said before, half those players have to go, and we know we are still seeing them on the team. So that means conceivably, Kolasinac may play, Elneny may play, Laka is probably still there. Ceballos is gone, right?
Yeah, he's going back to Real Madrid.
Yes. So these players that we didn't move, Holden I think may go, which I like Holden, but they probably should keep Holden if they know what's good for them. But I think he will. Like there's flashing money. When you start flashing money around us, it may start to budge. I think Willock is gone, as good as gone if he hasn't gone yet. So these players are not the caliber of people that it's not like when you think of names like these clubs that have people on their squad. It's not the midfield is not Shaka, Reece Nelson, and even ESR. It's not. It's not like you have people with teams like I don't even know who the other Pogba, like people in their midfield, like we're here struggling with the 20-year-old. I love ESR, but it's not. It doesn't inspire top four.
Confident.
Challenge confidence. I think we can pull something off. Don't get me wrong. I think we can, but I can't in good faith predict that. And then you guys go and point to camera and release the camera and say, this is what you just said. And
clip you up.
Clips.
But no, I wish Arsenal, obviously I always support them to the best of their abilities. I think we can shock the EPL. I just don't know at what point in the season that's going to happen. I need to see like 3 games.
Okay. So that's so let's go into the other chat quick. I guess stay with EJ. List your top 6 prediction in order.
Top 6.
In order.
Yeah, City. I think Chelsea briefly just edges United out. It's hard. It's a hard call. If they could share points, I would give them the point to share. Chelsea, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Leicester.
Oh, you think you finish above Leicester?
I'm going to finish above those fools. I will beat them twice in the process.
Okay. AJ, okay. I'll remember this. I never forget. I'll remember this. Okay. Ray, what are top 6 in order?
Top 6 in order. City, Liverpool, Chelsea. I know Chelsea's got Lukaku, but I think against the smaller teams, they still don't quite have that sort of killer instinct to sort of last the season. They'll beat all the big 6. So that's why I'm saying Chelsea kind of drops to 3rd for me. So Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United. That's the top 4. Leicester, and then Arsenal.
Yeah, United finishing 4th. This was a solid second.
Yeah, I mean they'll make Champions League, but I mean United's not gonna beat City because to me, I mean we're not talking about United right now. We're talking about Arsenal, but there's a similarity in terms of the manager hampering the team for me, in my opinion, with what's his name, the PE teacher, what's his name at United, Ole. What? You know what I mean? I'm not nothing against Ole, but to win the league. If they had a different manager, then I'll put them as up there. I'm not saying it's terrible, just clarifying. But I'm just saying, kind of with Arsenal, if we had a better manager, I can see a better manager actually doing better with what we have. So because of that reason, I won't put United as challengers. I mean, no, they will challenge, but they're not going to win for me. But they'll make Champions League. They'll qualify. That they're in the top 4. They got a squad. And then Leicester, they'll manage, and then Arsenal, I see us sneaking in there if West Ham falters.
Okay. I think mine is similar to yours. CMR says jokes apart. Arsenal can finish top 6. They don't have Europa or any other serious distractions. That's fair. I think so too.
Watching us.
She's watching. She probably is. She's dangling the carrots. She probably is. I think mine is similar to Ray. My top 6. I feel like it changes every pod I do. It changes. With more information I get, it changes. Well, hey, it's flexible. It's flexible. No, my number 1 hasn't changed. I think City wins it. I think Chelsea probably comes second without Lukaku signing. I really think so. I think I think they come second. But I agree with you about those goals thing. But I feel like they're going to balance that by being very compact defensively. So they'll win enough 1-0s, 2-1s. That's what I think just going to do this season, in my opinion. I think Liverpool come 3rd. I think they will. I think there's a lot of fire in Klopp's belly, if I can use that. The players have a lot to prove. They'll come back. They're more balanced. They're
Van Dijk is back. Van Dijk's back.
Yeah, I do too. I think United will come 4th this season. That's what I think. I think we'll qualify comfortably, though. Very, very comfortably. But I think we'll come 4th. Yeah. For so many reasons I've said every time I hate to repeat it. I don't really believe in a lot of people do. I think it's good, but I don't think it's the level of these other people that are in the other clubs. Golden Boot winner, EJ.
Golden Boot.
Yeah.
Now if Harry Kane goes to City, he wins the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
Now who won Golden Boot last year? Was it Vardy?
Harry Kane. Who's Harry Kane?
Hurricane? Okay, so if he did as first too, he'll also win the Golden
It's like, Ray, who's your golden boot?
I think Mo Salah is gonna get it. I
I
think
like
just
this
because
comment.
Liverpool. Oh, what?
I saw a distraction. What's that fan too?
Oh, that comment just won the internet.
It's called AFTV, guys. AFTV, so that you don't call. It's called AFTV. No,
That's right. Don't let them sue. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, but I think Salah, just because, I mean, it's gonna be close, but he's just gonna score goals for fun now, and I think he's gonna release the Shackers a little bit with some of their defensive and midfield players coming back into play. I mean, they'll probably win a lot of games.
Coming back to sorry to cut you off. Which midfield player is coming back to Liverpool? Did they sign someone I missed? Because they sold Ronaldo, right?
No, what's his name? Nabil Keita, whatever his name. Wasn't he injured half of last season? I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna change the thing, but what I mean is, like, midfield wise, they'll have, because I think there was a bit of shackles of the attacking players last season.
Henderson,
yeah, exactly. Henderson.
They're coming back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good point. So, I mean, they'll probably still win a lot of games like 4-2 or whatever, 6-2. But I just see Salah, and he's so selfish, that guy. He just wants to score. So I think he might edge Harry Kane a little bit, but doesn't mean Liverpool's going to win the title. But he'll get his trophies, or his personal goal tally trophy.
Okay. Staying with you, Ray. Who's your breakout player for this season?
This one's hard. I'm gonna be a little bit biased on this one because I was trying to scout through the league and I was like, I'm gonna go Lokonga. I'm a bit biased, I know, but I think because I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, this guy's gonna be a squad player," and I was like, "Do you see the options in the Arsenal midfield? This guy's gonna start." Like, I don't understand, and this is even before Partey got injured. I was like, "This guy's gonna partner Partey," so I think he's gonna be the standout player. Obviously, there's my Arsenal bias on right now, but I think it's one that's going to shock people. Yeah.
Was this question not an Arsenal question? It's a breakout for the entire league.
Yeah, entirely. That's why I put in the section of the other entirely questions.
Yeah.
It can be Arsenal. It can be Arsenal related. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say. I was gonna say ESR because I only had an Arsenal mindset. Sorry. I can't think of all these other players. The reason I say ESR and everything is there's someone else I care about more. Who else joined? No, I think I'll say ESR. And I know we've seen a lot about ESR. We've seen some things about him, but I think he's going to have a monster year this season. Like, I know Aston Villa wanted to buy him and everything, but this year they're going to want to buy him for real. Like, but not them, but someone else will want to buy him. So, yeah, I say ESR.
Yeah, so I had to switch mine because of comment I'm about to make. I had to show my boy. His name is Jadon Sancho. He's come to his spiritual home. Watch out for him. He's going to break some legs. He's going to make them dance. He's going to hit some people with the easy basketball moves. Sancho plays like he's playing basketball. No, that boy is going to break some legs. Just watch out for progressive passing, progressive dribbling. He's everything Chelsea fans hope Callum Hudson-Odoi is. He's like, everybody hope that's what he is. Jadon Sancho is the real deal. He's going to tear up the Premier League. And when I mean tear up, I don't mean he's going to, so nobody clips me up, he's going to score 20. No, that's what I mean. I mean, he's going to get double-double.
Okay.
Whatever that I'm going big on him. He's getting a double-double. Especially when Cavani comes back. I anticipate like 7 assists to Cavani only from Sancho.
Is Cavani
he took an extended break. He's in Uruguay because he hasn't seen his family. So he's going to miss the first 2 games, but when he's back, he's going to score a lot of goals from Sancho. From the left, from the right. That boy is just, it's going to make them bake and shake. That's my prediction. Sancho, breakout.
And you got to do all that and finish 4th.
You said what?
You got to do all that and finish 4th.
Yeah, I think so. I think what's going to happen is, I think what's going to be United's problem is Solskjaer is going to think, oh yeah, let me go attack, right? He's going to do the let me go attack thing. We'll concede a lot of goals. Then he's not, because what Solskjaer is, he always goes to extreme of both. in everything he does with us. He's going to go let him go attack, we'll continue our goals. He's going to revert back to the McFred. I call it the McFred, the Freddie Mac Insurance Company. He's going to go back to Freddie Mac Insurance Company, and then we have become very negative. So that's why I think we're going to drop a lot of points. He's going to do let him go attack. We'll get killed on the break. Then going to return. Let me be very conservative, and then it'll kill the juice. So that's what I think is going to happen with United. I didn't say golden boot. I think my golden boot is Harry Kane. I'm sticking to that. What was the other question I asked? I asked one other question.
Player of the season?
Oh yeah, yes. Player of the season. Go, Ray. Who's your player of the season?
I'm gonna cheat a little. I think De Bruyne. I think he would come back. I think what's his name? Gundogan got a lot of the credit from Man City last season, but I think De Bruyne is gonna come back and just control, especially if you get Harry Kane and Grealish around him. I mean, just and then I think it's a World Cup year as well, so I think he's gonna want to have a really good year. Well, end of next year because World Cup's in November, right? November next year. So yeah, I think I know it's a little bit of a cheat option, but I think De Bruyne, like player of the season, like that's a big thing. So it's going to be one of the regulars, and I think it's going to be De Bruyne.
Okay, EJ.
I'm going to pick someone that I don't know if anyone else has said him throughout this series of previews, but Chelsea's Kai Havertz. So I'll pick him. I think if they finish second, he may be very instrumental in that happening.
Interesting.
So I'll pick him. That's outside the box, but yeah.
Sorry.
If they finish second, if they don't, then he's not going to win it because that's it.
All Liverpool's defense were out last season. Let me just quickly take comments, and I'll say mine. Breakout player says Bamford, okay, and Daka.
Who's Daka?
Leicester, the forward player they just got. Patrick Bamford. Is he really a breakout? I thought he had a very good season last season.
He had an amazing season.
He's joined up at Dutch in the head for Sancho. Nah, Sancho is protected. I've already put him in I've covered him already. He's fully protected by my Jazz. Nah, nothing is happening, Sancho. I'm confident about that. I think player of the season. I think actually, me and Ray always align on a lot of things. I think I said on the previous one I did Liverpool and the other series. I think it's KDB. I think Grealish coming opens everything up for KDB. Opens everything because Grealish will attract so many people and KDB will just like go lights out this season. I think he's going to, and I think lights out more on scoring goals. He's going to score a lot more goals this season. He's shooting and he's going to go crazy. I think he's going to score a lot of goals this season. Like I almost predict KDB will probably get like 14, 15 goals this season, and his regular, 10, 11 assists. I really think so. I think he's going to go crazy this season. Like he's going to be because this is prime. It's what they have, right? the oil people, yeah. The sports washing is working. It's working. Sports washing is working. It's kind of sad, but yeah, that's kind of where we are. I think we've kind of come to the end of the pod. Yeah, those are all the questions. Last one says player of the year, Van Dijk, of course. So I know that's a Liverpool fan then. That clearly is a Liverpool fan.
Only a Liverpool fan would do that. We haven't seen Van Dijk in a year and a half.
Yeah, that's a big shout. That's probably the biggest shout of someone else came up from ACL. Nah, I don't think he's going to. Before we see peak Van Dijk, it's not like January. I think he's going to just kind of struggle and just get by because they have a very good, GM in Fabinho. That's why they will not be too exposed. But yeah, he can never. I'll be shocked if he plays player of the year.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, Ray, EJ. Look forward to the season. It starts on Friday, right? You guys kick off the season on Friday with Brentford.
Against Brentford, yes.
But that's us. Oh my
God! You guys kick off the season.
Go pick my fantasy Premier League.
Should I give my prediction for that game?
What? Oh yeah, let's do predictions.
For that Brentford game, at least.
Let's do predictions. Yeah, let's do that.
2-2.
Wow.
2-2. Yep.
We can't start the season with a draw. I'll say 2-1.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
They'll scare us. Pepe second goal.
Yeah.
We have to do predictions now. Come on. Why did I think of this? No, we are doing predictions for all the big teams. You said 2-1. Yeah, I think Arsenal will beat Brentford. I think it's 3-1. I go 3-1.
Okay.
Man United leads Ray.
Oh, okay. We're doing all of them. Okay, who's at home? Tell me. I didn't look at the.
United
Who's
at
at home?
home. At Old Trafford.
2-1. No, 3-2. 3-2 United. 3-2 United. 3-2 United.
Oh,
If
okay.
you guys are at home, the Leeds will win. So I would say 2-3 Leeds.
Oh, okay.
It's not afraid.
That's how we score the second goal.
It's not afraid. Well, actually, I think it's a draw. I feel like Leeds are ahead of us in like their preseason preparation. We always start slow. That's slow shy. This is like been the routine since he's been here. We always start slowly. So I think that's what's gonna happen. I think it's a draw. I don't think we win that game. Chelsea, Crystal Palace. Right.
Chelsea. They'll win 2-1. I think
2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll beat them easily.
Your former player, Vieira will get his first loss as the manager.
It's Crystal Palace against Chelsea. Let's be real.
London
Especially game
Derby.
one. Give him time. Maybe he'll do something. But game one, Zaha's the guy who's gonna maybe get a penalty or something. 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea.
I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
2-1 Chelsea. Yeah.
Mhm.
Chelsea. Yeah, I don't think Lukaku will play the game. Chelsea struggle to score goals. I say that every time. So yeah, I agree that actually 2-1.
Can I say this? I know I've been wrong about my Chelsea predictions over the last 6 months, but Lukaku is not going to save Chelsea. Okay, Lukaku. I feel like I know what Lukaku can do in the EPL. We see him in 3 different clubs in EPL, and I'm not buying that he's going to run rampant in the league. I don't buy that. I think he will be okay. He'll probably get 20 goals, but all of them are going to be like somewhere else against smaller clubs and not going to be anything contributory to making Chelsea doing anything important this season.
20 goals is okay.
It is, but it's not because I can't say he'll get less than 20 goals. He usually gets 20 goals or more.
Yeah.
But you're going to be like, when did he score these goals? You guys are going to wonder, what did Lukaku do for you, even though he scores 20 goals? That's what I'm predicting. But
yeah.
Fair shot. I think he will actually do well against. I think he'll do well against the big sides. I think people are underrating Lukaku. We have to do Leicester. They are now part of the top 6. So what that team we know has been kicked out.
Let's bring them out. Trust me.
Leicester Wolves. I feel like they start the season every time. That fixture is like the first fixture every time. Leicester. Like they played this last season. I remember it was their first fixture too. Leicester Wolves. Great.
1-1.
Wolves are terrible, by the way. I think Wolves are
terrible. Oh yeah, actually maybe. You're right. Actually, it's not the same manager anymore. It'll still be 1-1. They'll get a goal.
I think it'll be 1-1 too.
1-1. Yeah.
I think Wolves are terrible. They were terrible under Nuno last season. I think 3-1. Yeah. I think Leicester have too much for them. Last but not the least, Norwich Liverpool. At Norwich, Liverpool's favorite fixture back then. I remember.
Oh God.
At Norwich, they're back. They're back. Oh, they always come back.
That same scoreline. Remember that scoreline that happened last season when they were here? 3-4. Sure.
Oh, 3-4. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 2-4. 2-4.
2-4.
Yeah.
Okay. I agree with Iji on Lukaku. I say 3-1. I think she's watching you, just by the way. Just Liverpool 3-1. That's my prediction. That's where we end. People have to go somewhere. Guys, like, share, sub, all of that, and we are out.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, man. Great.